Wednesday morning. I'm still struggling with this damn storm. Gusts up to 50 miles per hour. And I've got to go up on the scaffolding now and start cutting out the last 3 meters of this damn pointing. While we're up here, that's all the pointing done now. All the way around. It's, like I say, it's been a bit of a challenge this one because of the time of the year and the weather and all that. I mean, I've had to do things like build tents, but it works a bit mucky at the minute. It's all the dirt washing off the scaff and stuff. But yeah, it's worked out nice. Well, we're now on Thursday morning, and we're on the final flings of the front of this building. I'm just putting the external plumbing back on, the downspouts, etc. It's been a challenge, I've got to admit. A load of brickwork been redone, stonework cut and fitted, done a bit of stone patching, and now putting back all of the plumbing. Right, let's crack on with it. Right. So obviously I've drilled a hole in here to take a raw plug. Use the old impactor. Right. I think it's straight, that. It's hard to tell. This pipe's slightly bent. But bear in mind, I am just putting it back. I've not cut these to size or anything. I'm just putting back what was there. Right, so we need to get another bracket on there now. Hard to say whether that's straight or not. Looks in line with all the perps, but doesn't seem to be that scaffold tube. No, it is. It's straight with that. Well, that's got a bit plumb, that. Sort of sighted it through, and it's not going to be trying to put a level on it because the pipe's all. Anyway, right, let's drill some holes. So I'm going to be using the old little old DeWalt 18-volt battery drill. So I think we'll put one about there. No, we won't. We'll put one about there. Now there. Oh, that was a tough bit. Right, raw plugs, 2 off. Don't buy cheap raw plugs. You'll be cursing all day. Get good uns. Get good uns. A couple of screws. That's what we're using. Of course, we need a bracket, don't we? Need one of them. Pop it over. Yes. That's got all of it now. We know where that. Lovely. Right, so we want a bit lower down. But you want to watch? Okay, I'll move you down. Right, so let's have a look. Let's get a clip. Well, you reckon about there? Maybe a bit higher. There? You happy with that? Right, okay, so move the bracket down just off the joint a bit. We can then see where the holes in the bracket are, so we can attack it with the drill. But we're not drilling through the holes of the bracket. What we're doing is we're using it to mark up. So if you're trying to get around something like that, and you know that when you come to put your screw in, you're going to be struggling, put your screw on an angle. You know, when you drill it on an angle so you can get in with that screw gun or screwdriver. If you've not got a screw gun, that is. Right, plugs in, as usual. In they go. Now what you can do sometimes with the plug is you can put your screw in part way, tap it in part way with a hammer, take the screw out, and it makes it a tighter fit. But I can't do that with these because you've got the frog inside the brake. That's the dip, like that. And what would happen is it'll push that plug through into the frog, which means it'll just spin. So we'll not be doing that. Yeah, let's get a screw. Hey. There we go. Just a nice size. I couldn't tell you what size these are. They're just out of my screw box. So, just some I bought for something, I don't know, last year sometime. And I can't remember what size or breed or what they are. Not that it really matters. Right, so we'll lift that bracket up into position now. And we just start the screw off by hand. And do that on both sides, because what you don't want to do is tighten one side up and then try and get the screw in the other side, because you'll struggle. Now I don't know if you can see there, but that screw's on an angle, which means that I can have this on an angle. Which makes it a bit easier. There we go. I think we're straight now. There we go. That's better. Right, so that's this level done. So we're going to drop down now to the next level. Now I've already done all the pipe work above. I forgot the camera, sorry. I wasn't climbing all the way back down 4 flights to go and get the camera. But, however, there's not a lot to see. All we're doing is screwing pipes on. So what we've got to do now is go down to the next level and put the last piece of pipe on. That's the piece that will go to the ground floor. And then that's back on. Then we can get on to something a little bit more exciting. Right, we'll see you down on the ground floor. Just be careful on that ladder, it's slippy today. Right. Well, I'm not carrying it down the ladder. I'm going to use the old pulley. We'll drop it down to the next lift and swing it in. In she goes. That was a success. That's now on the next lift. So we'll do the screw box next, making sure it's closed tight, so we can come open and spill a million screws all over the place. can't beat a pulley system. It saves us so much work and time. Right. So all I've got to do is carry you down now, and we'll get the rest of that bracket on.
Oh, downpipe, not bracket.
We'll get the rest of that downpipe on. Not too bad today, but it is forecast rain, so I want to get this done before it rains. Because you can imagine how nasty that'll be, trying to put this on in the rain. Right, see you down there. And we're down. Right, let's get this last one on. I've just noticed that we might have some parts missing down at the bottom. Whether they were on there in the first instance or not, I don't know. But normally it should go like that. You know, that kind of like across and down to go over the plinth brick at the bottom. But it's not just going down to the plinth brick with a turn on it, so it might be a bit missing somewhere. Anyway, not my problem at the minute. Okay, let's get this show on the road, as they say. Oh, come off. Now, because we're going into the top of the stone, there's no frog, so I can tap it back with a hammer. You can hear that. It's gone solid. Now, remove the screws. What that's done, it's just made that plug a lot tighter in the hole. You don't have to do it, but it does make for a better fixing. Head on there. Oh, yeah. Bugger. Oh, there we go. It was stuck. And remember to get your screws in first before you start tightening anything up. Right, how's that sitting? Terribly. Terribly. It's just damn bent pipe, that's the problem. Bent pipe. See, you knew where you were with the old cast iron pipes. Not there, not there. Yes. Like I said, it's no point in me putting a level on it because the pipe's like a damn banana. So a level's going to do no good. So I'm going to do it all by eye. And I'm not paying for new pipe. one screw in, get it started. Going into the stone, get a good fix in. Decorator won't be pleased because I'll have to paint around the bracket, but you can unscrew it if need be. Right, how's that looking now? That's better. That's more like it. Right, so I use a screw. Just put it through the hole of the bracket and tap it with the old hammer. And that's made a hole now exactly where I need to drill. Move that out of the way. Get the old drill. Again, put the screw into the plug, just start it, a couple of turns just so it was stiffish. Get the old hammer, just give it a little tap so you hear it tighten up. Undo that screw, and then we can put it back in. Right, let's start tightening them up. Right, let's double check again. Again, it's lovely and straight with that scaffold tube, so we know the scaffold tubes are plumb. We'd be in trouble if they weren't. So if we sight that through with the scaffold tube, we know we're fairly straight with it. Not much more I can do than that. Right, if you sit down on the scaffolding, you'll be able to watch me do the bottom bit. Okay. Right, so we've got another clip. Everything's covered in grit and yuck. Gritty yuck. Right, so what do you think about there? Yeah? I reckon so. So I've got it in line with the joint. All we've got to do now is just move it down slightly so we can see where the screw holes need to be. And yeah, you could mark them up, but just as easy doing this. Oh, that was a hard break. Okay, some more roll plugs. Come here. Yes. Yes, get your tools where you need them. And of course we're not going to knock these plugs in because it's gone into the brick joint. And remember, it's got that frog there, so it wouldn't be a good idea to knock it in. Because, for those who don't know, what you've got on the brick here, you've got the frog, and then you've got that flat bit there. So our screw, our plug rather, is going into that flat bit there. Now if we were to push the plug in, it'll go in there, and it'll just spin. So we don't knock it in, we just sit it in that. So there. I mean, you could say it'll go into the mortar, but it's lime mortar, it's old and it's soft, so we don't want this pulling out. because I don't need that phone call in 6 months' time. That downspout you put on's fallen off. So make sure it's on properly. Right, so yes. Now we might get one a bit higher up there. And then that's got 3 on this level here. So if we were to put one up the top, yeah, so I think we'll put one about here, where that joint is, just so it's not rattling in the wind or anything on that joint. So that joint will be a weak point. I won't put it on the stone because he's got to fill and sand all that and paint it. Again, the drill's on an angle, so I can get that screw in on an angle so I don't struggle. And of course, plenty out there watching this that have done this 1,000,001 times in the past, but there's also people that haven't. So, you know, let's put it on there. And I don't think you want to see me doing any more pointing this week. Although we did have a bit of stonework as well. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done. That's going nowhere. Unlike us, we've got to go down now to the ground floor and put on some more brackets. And see if we can find a piece that might be missing. Right, off you go, down the ladder. And like I said, be careful, they are slippy today, they're all wet. Don't want you falling. Right. The old rope again. We've got some policemen stood on the corner in yellow high-vis. Wonder what's going on there. There's always something going on round here. Right. You know them little things you have in your coat? Not hanging it on a door. It's for putting the hook of your pulley on your coat so you can lower it down. Just be careful on this ladder. It's wet and slippy. Don't want it falling. Right, we're down. Oops. We're down. There's the bottom of it. And I don't know what's going on there, but there should be some more pipe there. It would appear to be missing. You can see it's bent, so I've got to pull it across and get it straight now. And hold it with the clips. Right, I'll just get set up and then come back to you. Well, the sun's out. Very nice too. Literally. 6 straight. There's actually some raw plugs in the brickwork there from the pipe before. So it's not ready. No way. Right, okay. Back to the drilling. These little DeWalt, so 18 bolts here. Great little hammer drill. I mean, you can have it on hammer, you can have it on, obviously, non-hammer, just drill. But, yeah, they're not that dear, really. And they're quite a bunch. Not that this is sponsored by DeWalt or anything, I'm just saying, you know, it's a little bit of kit. If you're thinking of buying one of this. Yeah, just there where it goes over the brickwork there. That's a short piece on, and then a bend down, but there isn't one. There might have been at some point, but it's gone. So not a lot I can do about that, unfortunately. Get a bracket on there. Going to nearly mud. Order these stock brick. Okay. That's better. Right, getting ready for a brew and a butty. See, the problem is you can't charge for doing this because they were wrong when you arrived, and you've got to just bite the bullet and put them back. But when I took them off, the variation of screws that were holding these brackets on was unreal. Gone from about 3 inch down to about 1 inch. At least they're all the same size now. Right, you happy with that? Me too. Right, so we'll leave that little bit of pipe on there because it will throw the water away from the building for now. And I might have some fittings in the old lock-up. So it just wants a bend on it. It wants this cutting in half and a bend on and just dropping down, because there is under this board that the scaffolders have put down is a gully. Eventually it can go into that, but that I will charge for, because it's not there. I didn't lose it, I didn't break it, so it's chargeable. Right, that's the downspout finished. Let's get on to something else. Right, so next we've got a strip from the top there down to the bottom to do. It's only on the stop brick, it's not a massive amount. And then we're back on this this gable end. Yep, got to take that out and brick it up, and then there's one right up there which I've taken out. Just got to brick that up and about 50 brick to replace, and that's it. We can escape on to the next project. It's not gone too bad. Been here a couple of months now, which isn't bad solo. Getting all this pointed. I think we're probably in the region of about 130 square meters cut out and repointed. So I've done all right. I'm happy. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this little video. The second video this week. Hope you've enjoyed. A bit more of an entertaining one this week than a how-to. If you have enjoyed it, give us that big old thumbs up and let's build this channel. And welcome to the new subscribers over the last few days. Don't forget, as a subscriber, you're part of the gang, but you still need to give us that thumbs up. And we'll see you next week.
No!